Hi, everyone. I'm Susan. I'm a licensed professional clinical counselor, a mental health therapist, and I'm also Linehan board certified in dialectical behavior therapy. The reason I'm starting this YouTube channel is because I've realized that there's a need to get DBT skills out there. There's lots of types of therapy and therapeutic strategies that you can choose from these days, which is awesome. But this is the type of therapy that I use, one of the types of therapy that I use. And I, my philosophy and my passion, my rationale with these videos is to basically offer free DBT skills in under 5 minutes because I know how busy everyone is and how overwhelmed most people are at this moment in time. And so I figured we could all use a little bit more effectiveness. I know there's other people out there doing this, and we all have our own style of how we present the skills. So if you like the way I present it, keep coming back and I'll try and get these videos out as soon as possible. Um, let's see, what else did I want to say? This is the skills manual. You don't have to buy this. I just wanted to share it with you. This is the second edition of the DBT skills training handouts and worksheets. The creator of DBT is Marsha Linehan. Um, and yeah, if you want to get a copy of that, it's a great resource to have if you really find DBT to be helpful. I learned DBT originally in my master's practicum in 2013. So I've been doing this for, about 12 years. I've worked in a lot of different settings, community-based mental health, um, nonprofit, the private sector. I worked for a treatment center in Los Angeles for 3 years. I've worked in a group practice, and now I have my own private practice in Southern California. Um, yeah, what else? Um, yeah, why DBT? I guess, the thing about DBT is it's really accessible. Once you learn, they're just skills and strategies. It's kind of like a class in a way. Um, so there's 4 skills units. The foundation of it is mindfulness. So that's where we're going to start. So I'll teach the mindfulness skills. And then there's 3 other units. Uh, Distress tolerance. So it's mindfulness, distress tolerance, emotion regulation, and interpersonal effectiveness. Those are the 4 units. And there's just a bunch of skills within those units. And Marsha Linehan created this in the 1970s. She was a psychologist working with highly suicidal patients at the time and using CBT, cognitive behavior therapy, which was the most evidence-based treatment at that time to work with that population. But she was finding that they weren't improving as fast as she had hoped. It just didn't seem to be working like she thought it would. And she was confused about that because it was really evidence-based and it still is to this day. CBT is very effective and helpful for a lot of people, but not everyone. And so what Marsha Linehan realized was that a lot of these individuals had experienced invalidation throughout their life. And CBT is very change focused. So if you jump straight to the change, sometimes people will feel invalidated by that. Like, you don't know me, you don't understand any of my background or anything. So what she realized, fortunately, Marsha Linehan was also a student of Buddhism, Zen Buddhism, and she had an aha moment where she realized, oh my gosh, acceptance is what I'm missing with this. So then she learned about dialectics and then brought in dialectical created dialectical behavior therapy. And the idea with dialectics is that there are two concepts that are on opposite ends of a spectrum. They seem like they're opposites, but they coexist. So the primary dialectic in DBT is both change and acceptance. Okay, so we're balancing those out, and there's a Carl Rogers quote that I really like, and it highlights it well, where it says, "The curious paradox is that once I accept myself, then I can change." So anyway, that's in a nutshell what DBT is and why I'm here. One last thing I'm going to say is that even though I'm going to be teaching the skills, this isn't a substitute for an actual DBT group. Um, and it's not a substitute for actual mental health therapy. So if you're in need of more support, please do uh, seek out a mental health therapist, a licensed mental health therapist to support you. Um, I went over 5 minutes this time, but hey, I'll keep working on it. All right, I'm gonna work on the next video, and I will see you soon. Thanks for being here.